long. So there are still plenty of opportunities for you to win some money if you haven't already. But the next one here, about 10 minutes away from now. Our friend, comedian Ian Bagg is going to be later on. I always like catching up with him.
Oh, he's the best. He's
very
so
funny.
Just that clip you were playing yesterday to kind of get things ready, like we heard in a commercial break. And just the beginning of him talking makes me laugh because he's got such a unique cadence and he's just so funny and quick. Oh, he's the best.
You're a social worker? Nice. What does that mean? You take children away from people?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much? Is that what you said? It's supposed to be a joke and it came real. Are you with him, ma'am, or is he just taking your children? Don't cry. It's going to be okay. You don't have to be with him.
Very Canadian.
Very Canadian.
The pride of British Columbia. So, yeah. We'll see him a little bit later on. He's doing the weekend at Hilarities. Never a bad time when Ian Bagg is in town.
And you can go to every single show and you're going to get something different.
Yes.
Because he doesn't
Very quick on his feet.
I don't like to call it crowd work because it doesn't look like work when he does it. It's effortless. It's like crowd play. And
I think you just coined a word.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't crowd work, homie. Wait, what is it again?
Crowd play.
Write this down.
We'll bring that up to him later. You can actually write. You know
what? I'm going to write crowd work. I'm going to cross out the word work. I'm just going to write play.
Okay.
But next time I'll take the cap off my marker when I do it. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd make me feel like you actually genuinely think it's a good idea. But he's just so quick and so funny, and he'll make the whole show and like tie it all back together. Like he's the best.
Yeah.
I love Ian Bagg. And an incredibly nice guy, too. I got to go, when I was just starting, do a guest set on one of his shows in Pittsburgh, and he bought me dinner. Like he was just a great dude.
The Cavaliers do what everybody thought they were going to do and walloped the Detroit Pistons last night. 113-85 was the final. Pistons are having a real hard time. And then Cavs play tomorrow night. They're off tonight. They head to New Orleans to play the Pelicans tomorrow night, 10 o'clock here on WMMS. And then Saturday, they're back here at home to play my Chicago Bulls. I was supposed to be at that game. I will not be at that game because it's the daddy-daughter dance. I tried to point her in another direction, but wouldn't you know it, she wanted to hang out with her friends instead of going to a basketball game. These kids today, nobody wants to work.
Nope.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
All right.
So we're running a commercial for a new advertiser here. They're called Hammer and Nails Grooming for Guys. You know where this place is? I haven't been there, but I know where it is. It's in Lakewood. It's across the street from a lovely little shop called Salty Not Sweet.
Oh, I know that place.
And so I had this question because I'm no stranger to the salon and I've never been there. What do you do? And maybe you're the wrong guy to ask, so I'll just pose it just as a rhetorical question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you accidentally foot bra the girl who's giving you a pedicure?
What do you mean? You mean
you got your feet up, you got your heels up, and she's sitting down in front of you working on your toenails, and she's leaning in, and you will invariably foot bra her. And you're not going to say anything, but you kind of, when it's happened to me in the past, I kind of like hold my breath. Now, these girls, I'm sure they don't
I'll tell you what I do. I go get a pedicure real soon.
I'm sure they don't.
Right after the show.
I'm sure it doesn't even cross their mind because they're leaning into people all day.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot of women in there. I love me a pedicure when I need one. But, I don't know what the protocol is there when you accidentally foot bra the girl who's giving you the pedicure. Maybe it's just a one-way thing. Maybe it's nothing that even crosses their mind. I don't know. But I'd certainly hate word to get around
that you're a foot
that
bra
Alan
people.
Cox is out there giving foot bras while he's getting his toes did.
I think it's incidental contact.
All right.
And it also probably depends on the chestability of the woman giving the pedicure.
Right. How much of a bosom she's got.
Now, I know when a girl...
If it's ample or not.
If a girl is, cutting my hair, sometimes they'll be a little bustier and you'll get a little brushes along the back of your head.
when you're
or
getting
something.
shampooed, they'll lean into you.
Yeah,
And that's more of a visual thing. I close my eyes when I'm getting shampooed anyway, just to remove even the whiff of impropriety. But when you're getting the pedi done, and again, I understand for most guys, or a lot of guys, it isn't even an issue. For me, it just kind of jogged my memory there when I was listening to that commercial. And granted, you might get lucky and you might have a girl who is not abundant in the chest, right? She might not have a bountiful breast. She might not have, her cups might not runneth over, in which case you don't have to concern yourself with it. But again, we're living in a society, and I'm trying to be a nice guy. I'm trying to be considerate when I'm doing things, especially when it's a situation in which someone is performing a service for me. But I guess maybe that's more of a rhetorical question. Hot off the presses that Boney Mellifluous is leaving the Denver Nuggets. What was his name?
Bones Highland.
Bones Highland is leaving. Kevin Durant is going to the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, right?
To join Steve Nash and Charles Barkley.
No.
I'm sorry?
I mean, Charles Barkley, I think, still lives in Phoenix, but.
Well, anyway, KD goes to the Suns, and I think the Nets got like half the NBA for the trade or something.
Actually, they gave up a lot of, I think, 4 first-round draft picks in Mikal Bridges.
Well, people were kind of making fun of the fact that the Brooklyn Nets had amazing players, and all of them are gone.
Yeah. They have blockbuster deals to get, first you sign Kyrie, then you sign Durant, then you make the trade to get
James Harden.
And then they played maybe 70-something games together, didn't really gel, and now they're all gone. It's crazy. And I think I just saw Mo Bamba was traded to the Lakers for Patrick Beverly. There's a lot of trades going on today.
Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba. He's got a song named after him.
He does?
And who else? D'Angelo Russell got traded to the Lakers last night. Like, that was a big trade. And then within a few hours, you get this Kevin Durant trade that blows that one out of the water.
Jay Crowder goes to the Nets.
Jay Crowder goes to the Nets, and then he got traded to the Bucks.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of movement today.
The Cavaliers.
Westbrook is in Utah now.
Oh, is he really?
And he's probably going to get bought out and sign somewhere else. We'll see.
The Cavs want a guy named Royce O'Neal.
From the Nets, yeah.
From the Nets, but it looked like he spent a lot of time playing in summer leagues. I don't really know much about this guy.
He's pretty good, though.
Okay.
I mean, depending on what they'd have to give up to get him, I'd be fine with that, but I'm also fine with the Cavs staying pat. I like the team. I think they're a young team, and they're just going to get better if the more they play together.
Well, they are definitely a young team. Okay, so yeah, a lot going on there, but Kevin Durant is the one that's grabbing all the headlines today.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge trade to a team that didn't have to give up Devin Booker or Chris Paul. So that is a true big 3 there. And big 4 because they got DeAndre Ayton, and he's no slouch. He's a good player.
So now Kyrie's in Dallas.
Yeah.
KD is in Phoenix. Where did Harden go?
Harden didn't go anywhere. Westbrook went to
Harden's
Utah.
still with the Nets.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
D'Angelo Russell went from the Wolves to the Lakers, and that was a 3-team trade, and it ended up sending Mike Conley to the Timberwolves and Russell Westbrook to
It's
Utah.
one giant chess game.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Because I think the
moving
Nets
pieces.
had hit Cleveland up about Karis LeVert too at some point. So they're like, everybody's kicking the tires on everybody else, and then you see how it shakes out.
They're just trading for all the guys that they traded away so that they could sign, so they could get Harden, basically.
Devin Booker, this is the only contribution I have to this conversation.
I'm looking forward to it.
Devin Booker was the one that just broke up with Kendall Jenner.
Yeah, over the mud pie. Just talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
It was in Perez Bilton's Hot Celebrity Gossip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Devin Booker is from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I remember that.
Oh, he Puerto Rican, half black.
Well, he's Melvin Booker's kid. Remember Melvin Booker?
No.
Oh, not you.
I don't remember Melvin Booker.
Oh,
either,
really?
though.
Yeah,
No.
Melvin Booker was
that
like
goes pretty far back.
Yeah, well, early 90s. Yeah, I mean, I'm old, but
I watched a lot of basketball then. I just don't remember Melvin Booker.
yeah, he played for like Houston and Denver and the Pittsburgh Piranhas. He's one of those guys that went back and forth between like you know, the NBA and
Yeah, just kind of a journeyman guy.
Yes, the CBA. So yeah.
Well, he looked good. He'll do fine without Kendall Jenner.
I mean, won't everyone do fine? I'm doing fine without Kendall Jenner. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I'm doing just fine without Kendall Jenner. And I bet you are too. Till she sees that bloody nip.
All right, Poundcake, I want you to look up a picture of Kevin Durant's hair and tell us what your thoughts are on that, because he's one of those dudes that his hair is falling out and he will not shave his head. And I think, like, if you see a dude like that,
Okay.
what are you thinking about a guy that's got that patchy
See, well, this
kind
is
of thing going?
I think he's making a statement, because there's no way someone with as much money as Kevin Durant has, he should be walking around like this. So I think he has some type of endorsement in the works. This would be my guess, because there's Beijing, which LeBron James is famous for using. It's artificial hairline. It's essentially like paint, and it looks like your real hair, and you just put it in.
Right,
that
but
way.
they can't wear it during games because it'll drip all over them and they'll look like
then
Rudy Giuliani.
Well, then LeBron must have gotten hair plugs, because his hairline went from look like mine, where I damn near had a bald mohawk, to him having a full head of hair. So
But his doesn't look that good right now. Like when he plays games, you can still see he's got male pattern baldness going on the top of his head.
yeah, he absolutely has it, but I think he's keeping it like this to get attention. And he's going to get an endorsement by Rogaine or somebody. Somebody's going to endorse him. I'm telling you.
one way to
I
get
love
it.
his theory.
It is. That's the only reason why, because it's not a good look. The one guy who has the funny haircut that looks like the guy from the Jeffersons that you used to
Yeah.
Sherman
Isn't
Hemsley.
Isn't that his thing? Like, isn't
Well,
he
that's
known
his
for
thing.
that?
But he's like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid that went, hey, I'm losing my hair as a teenager. I might as well lean into it, grow out the sides, and let it be puffy. And it's pretty funny.
I mean,
and he rocks it.
There are guys out there that have plenty of swag, and they think very highly of themselves, where they're like, I'm a ball player, I'm rich, I ain't got to impress nobody, so my hair can look any type of way, I don't have to shower. There are those dudes out there, and girls will still mess with me. Like, that type of attitude. I just don't think that that's Kevin Durant. I just don't. I think he's going to, in the next couple weeks, maybe months, he's going to come out with his own
But it's been like this
hair
for
care line.
years.
Why is it just getting attention now, though?
It's not just getting attention now. I just brought it up to you now.
Well, all the articles I'm looking at is like January 2023. Like it. Okay,
I mean, it's been brought up
2022.
before.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I didn't know about it, and I would just say maybe he's keeping it like that. He's holding out. Like, do you remember all the years I was, dribbling down the court looking hit because I had a receding hairline and a male pattern
Looking
baldness?
hit.
Well, here now.
Not anymore. They do the before and after.
Yeah, right.
And, yeah.
Let me hit you with this.
It's like an old cigarette commercial where that women just have their hands all over him, and
If you want to hoop like Durant, get this hair
Durant.
Durant.
I gotcha.
You get a hairline from 1985.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is a hell of a theory. He really went from Devin Booker to. By the way, we're going to be in Arizona for spring break, Poundcake, and Devin Booker has a massive compound out there. I'm going to go up and knock and see what's going on with him.
Nah, just bring back
Take a
some of his
picture with
shorts.
him and just go, hey, man, buddy of mine's real concerned about you and Kendall. Doing okay? Just to make sure.
I mean, bring you back something.
I'll send you. I'll send you his number.
Give me something that I can smell.
Let me give.
Some black sniff.
Let me give you $1,000 here. Without further ado, it's a chance to go fund yourself. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword GRAND at WMMS.com. That's GRAND. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, you can always leave us messages there. Anytime you want, there's a little talkback button.
This is Brian Hendricks from Florida, Orlando, Florida, the Sunshine State. Just want to let you all know that I grew up with WMMS most of my life, and for the past 3.5 years, I've been down here in the Sunshine State where it's nice and warm, but I sure miss you guys, so thank God for the iHeartRadio app so I can listen to y'all whenever I want. Take care.
Oh, listen to Brian down there in
Breathy
Orlando.
Brian.
Hey, guys, what's going on? I really miss you guys. By the way, speaking of Orlando, one of the first casualties of the shakeup over there at Disney because Disney encompassed everything from Marvel to this and that, and they've had the parks and ESPN and the whole thing. And as part of their reorganization, so they can cut a bunch of costs, they need to get about $6 billion off the books. Is ESPN? I think still technically under the Disney umbrella, but ESPN is going to be spun off into its own thing. And so you're starting to see a handful of casualties. And the first one was a short-lived format down there in Orlando called Florida Man Radio. I remember when they launched this a couple of years ago. They had Florida Man Radio. They were leaning into the Florida Man thing, right? So they had, it was just a bunch of guys who've been in different markets in Florida forever, have some, regional cachet, and they put him on this kind of dude-centric radio station down there. Like the umpteenth Florida station that Bubba the Love Sponges worked for and things like that. They had to blow up Florida Man Radio. So listen,
isn't that a bummer?
What I would say, now mind you, the station was a non-factor in that market. It had like a 0.1. But for people who are into something like that, maybe you're like Brian. Maybe you're down there in Orlando, you're zipping around, looking for a new show. Welcome to Ohio Man Radio, the Florida of the North. Alan, did you see the model who had a poop phobia? I did see that. Did you see that, Poundcake? The model who she didn't poop for 2 weeks and fainted?
See, I don't have a phobia. I just have a phobia of pooping in public
Pooping
places.
at work, yeah. This was a girl.
Wow.
This is a model over in the UK. And first of all, I mean, British food is going to bind you up something fierce in the first place.
So if you're not used to it.
Combine that. Well, she lives there. She's used to it. But
okay.
combine that with a poop phobia. And
How do you I don't understand it. But you've been pooping your entire life. When did it become a phobia?
these are the things we ask you. She said, I don't like using other people's toilets. I don't like doing it in a public place. I'm poo shy. Sometimes I don't poo for 2 weeks, and then I get bloated. None of this is good if you're trying to be a model.
Correct. I mean,
you're getting in better
anyways.
shape.
Yeah, but I've been pretty consistent with my phobia. I've had that phobia since I was little. I did not like pooping in front of people. Like
No one likes pooping in front.
I'm just saying. Like I had that from when I just remember the last time it really got bad was when I was in Orlando at Fort Wilderness and we couldn't use the RV toilet and I got backed up. And my uncle thought again I was bulimic because I didn't poop for like 3 days. And then he was like, all right, I guess you can use the RV toilet. And I blew it up. I made everyone leave. And then I would just plop, plop, plop. And I was good. I enjoyed the rest of my vacation.
By the way, her timing couldn't be better, or anybody who finds themselves in that same situation. There is a new, it's not even a drug. It's a drug-free way to deal with your constipation. It is a vibrating pill that you swallow, and then it works its way through your guts.
Vibrant is not a laxative and works with your body's natural process. Simply swallow with a glass of water. Vibrant's unique drug-free approach uses gentle vibrations to stimulate the colon mechanically. The pre-programmed timing of the mechanical stimulation is thought to improve the natural colonic mobility by leveraging the colon's biological clock. The disposable capsule is expelled with natural bowel movements.
Yeah,
No,
there you
I
go.
don't believe you. Well, so then what are you supposed to do?
You get your colon automatically taken care of there, and
I'm going to turn it up to 11 and see if I can time it out just right.
Absolutely not.
Have myself a little...
honey, stay out of here.
yeah.
You do not want to be a party to this, all right? I've been eating chili all week. You got to get the hell out of here. My Vibrant is going crazy.
If that's not a polar blast punishment, I don't know what it is.
Swallowing a Vibrant?
And then taking like a laxative and then swallowing a Vibrant.
Yeah, maybe so.
No, what are you supposed to do after that? Just fish it out? Like, is it a reusable pill?
No, you poop it out.
You poop it out.
I know, but like, so it's done after that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like a one-time use.
No way.
You're not going to rinse it off and...
Yeah, rinse it off and swallow it again.
You're right.
Whoa.
I didn't think about that.
To determine if my pipe is dirty. Making sure my butt is purdy. Making sure my butt is purdy. Making sure my butt is purdy. Making sure my butt is purdy.
Well, anyway, science marches on, and
That's the devil.
don't you forget it. I've got to take a break. If you want to send a text for anything, 35192 to get me there. AlanCoxShow.com if you want to watch. And wherever you are, you can listen on the aforementioned iHeartRadio app.
People are going funding crazy around here.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, this is insane. My heart is pounding.
It's real funding easy to go fund yourself.
I just won $1,000.
Gotta be in it to win it.
Up to 13 funding chances a day every weekday to win $1,000 funding dollars.
So